All right, this is how you make a batch of ploys. You take a cup of the ploy mix. To that, you're gonna whisk in a cup of cold water. Just kind of whisk it in really good. And if you let this set for a few minutes, it's gonna bubble up. It's gonna get a little thicker, and you're gonna, once it sets there for a few minutes, you're gonna have to add a little bit more water to get it to, it's about 3 tablespoons to get it to a kind of thin consistency. As you can see that, it's kind of a thin consistency. If you do let it set, it will thicken up. If you have to add a little bit more water to get it to this consistency, that is what you need to do. So while you're doing that, your griddle has to be preheated at 400 degrees. You don't need to put any spray on your griddle. If you do use a cast iron skillet, you have to make sure it's well seasoned if you don't want your ploys to stick. So typically we wait a few minutes for the baking powder to activate, but you can go ahead and make some now if you're in a hurry and you really want to have a bite sooner than later. So what you're going to do is take a tablespoon or two, spread it out real thin with the back of your spoon. That is the trick to making a good ploy. If you find that the batter still, I can tell that it's thickening up as I'm talking, I'm going to add a little bit more water. Yeah, that's perfect. You want the batter to kind of start spreading as you put it on the griddle. You want it to kind of spread out, and you just use your back of your spoon to help it along and spreading it out thin. Usually takes about a minute to a minute and a half to cook through and through. Typically, you don't have to flip a ploy. If you do tend to make them thicker like a pancake, the tops will not fully cook, so you will have to flip it over. These actually look like pretty good ploys. I think I like these better. Thinner is better. Yeah, so once they start to curl on the edges, like you can see here, starting to curl a little bit. I don't know if you want to zoom in them. When they're fully cooked, these ploys will just slide off the griddle. See, this one's not quite ready. This one, pretty much all cooked. Slides off the griddle. So now that your ploys are made, what do you do with them? Traditionally, ploys are eaten as a bread. We just butter them, roll them, and eat them with our meals as a bread substitute. But you can also use it as a pancake, a little bit of maple syrup or maple sugar, brown sugar, molasses, anything you like. Or you can use it as a crepe. Make them a little bit bigger so you can actually roll fillings in them. You can put a meat filling, fruit filling, ice cream, pie filling, anything you want. Pretty much a very versatile food. And kids love them. I don't know. It's kind of like a staple up in this area. And I'm sure if you give it a try, you would enjoy them also. So, bon appetit. Is that dumb?